my beloved, my child of light, the one heaven whispers about when the stars blink at night. Listen carefully, because this is not ordinary. Only 2 minutes left. The hourglass in heaven just flipped. Your name is being yelled by Archangel Michael as he holds his sword of truth. God is calling out to you. Do not skip this. Don't make the mistake of not going after it. Because, my child, someone wrote something false about you. They said something bad about you behind your back, not because they think you did it, but because they want your blessing more than anything else. And the lies they tell are meant to hurt you. But pay attention. Their plan will work if you skip. You will be punished for a crime you didn't do if you don't pay attention. Can you see how bad this is? Both God and Archangel Michael are pleading with you. This message isn't here by accident. It is God's interference. Your fate is too bright and holy, my beloved, which is why they tried to hide it by making false accusations. They thought they could put you in chains, but heaven has already freed you. I have to tell you this before I tell you their name. Your spirit knew something was wrong from the start. That sudden weight, that whisper in your sleep, and the tension in your chest make you feel bad. It was God warning you ahead of time. You were never meant to suffer for their sin, but He chose this time and this message to show what had been hidden. The robe of shame they made for you was never meant to be worn. Please hold on, my child. Take a deep breath, because what's coming next will shake your world. I will scream the truth so loudly that even the demons who planned this will fall to their knees, says Archangel Michael. Now I want to ask you something very important. Follow me. It's important not to skip any lines, because this is where the lies break. Please make sure you hear me clearly before I go on. There is a reason why this message was shown to you. Do not let it go. Don't turn off heaven. Yes, beloved, if this voice speaks to you, please subscribe right away, because every message here is more than just words. This message is your shield, your warning, and your miracle in action. But before you go any further, I want you to do something that makes heaven smile on this message and on your life. I need you to click the like button right now while you are reading this warning. Engaging in that way isn't just for the algorithm. It's a sign in the spiritual world. It's you telling heaven, I accept this. I agree with this. I am awake. When you press like, you let God's blessing come into your life. For God to step in, you are opening a channel. Do it now. Like it. Let God see that you're getting married. Also know that God's favor is already moving in that direction. Don't wander around without the cover of heaven. Don't disconnect, because the next message could be the one that changes everything. And to stay connected, you have to subscribe. It's not enough to just follow a channel once you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell. You're getting in line with a prophetic stream. You are telling God, I want to be ready when you speak again. Subscription in the outside world is the same as subscription in the spirit world. You are tuning in to the frequency of God's warnings and promises for your life. So, right now, if you haven't already, please subscribe. This is the moment when your prophetic alignment is sealed. Stay connected, because the next message could save your whole future. Listen up. The person who accused you, they were close. They gave you a smile. They seemed like they cared. But envy burned them from the inside. They were eager for you to fail. Don't be afraid. Their lies won't work. Their names will be found out. And justice will not only set you free, it will also make you stronger than before, says Archangel Michael. God says, if you stay with me, I will turn their trap into their downfall. This is your chance, my child. Do you hear how important this is? Heaven is screaming for your attention. Don't scroll away. Don't turn this off, because in 2 minutes the doors will close. And once they close, you'll no longer be able to find out their name, protect yourself, or stop the false punishment. Archangel Michael is standing right now with his sword raised, waiting for your answer. Will you skip, or will you claim the truth? My beloved child, heaven leaned closer as soon as your eyes touched these words. It may not be clear to you yet, but the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds is thinner now than it has ever been in your life. God's hand is over you, trembling with urgency, and Archangel Michael's sword is already raised, shimmering with divine fire. But there are still shadows moving against you, shadows who dared to write a false story in your name, This is not like gossip. This is a serious wound. No, my child, they have made up a crime and put your name on it. Their goal is to bind you, take away your dignity, and watch you be dragged where you don't belong. They want to put you in jail for something you didn't do, but heaven won't let this happen if you stay with this message until the end. Don't think this is a coincidence. The heavens themselves lined up for this confrontation at the exact moment you stopped reading. God told him, "Tell them, let my child not have to deal with the weight of an unfair name." And Archangel Michael, who has been waiting like a lion in chains, now steps forward and declares, "Beloved, only 2 minutes remain. If you turn your eyes away, the lie will proceed unchecked. If you hold on, if you refuse to skip, the chains will shatter. The one who accused you has long smiled at your victories, only to curse you in secret. They wore friendship as a mask. They wore love as a disguise. But in their heart, they sharpened knives against you. And tonight heaven is exposing them. Their name is not far from being revealed. But first, your faith must anchor you here, because the truth cannot be half seen. It must be fully opened, fully embraced. Do you feel that trembling inside your chest right now? That uneasy flutter that doesn't quite go away? That is your spirit recognizing the danger that was planted against you. You already knew in some silent corner of your being that someone was plotting. You already felt the shift in the air, the heaviness, the strange glances, the inexplicable tension. Those were not just coincidences. They were heaven's early warning signs. But this message, this is not just a whisper. It is a thunderclap from above. God himself says, "My child, I beg you, don't skip this, or you'll be the one who pays the price." Don't think this is an exaggeration. Archangel Michael continues, "I've been at the gates of justice and seen how their plan is coming together. Their plan will fail, though. If you stay, listen, and don't give up, you won't be dragged into a false punishment. Instead, their hidden crimes will be shown to the world. Just think about what would happen if you ignored this. You'd be like someone who walks into a trap blindfolded and doesn't know what will happen to them. Now think about this. The blindfold coming off, getting your eyes open. The liar's name was shown to you. The court of heaven is not against you. It is on your side. This is what's at stake now, beloved. But first, I need to ask you a very important question. If these words are already cutting to the core of your being, and you can feel the breath of heaven moving through them, don't let this be a one-time meeting. Stay in touch. Sign up now, because every message you get here is more than just text. It is a lifeline sent from heaven to keep you from drowning in the bad things people want to happen to you. You can't miss the next warning, the next shield, or the next breakthrough that is coming right at you. Don't let yourself drift away, beloved. Connect with the flow of these divine messages. Now let me go on. The person who falsely accused you is also shaking, but they won't show it. They thought no one would find out about their lie. They believed that the papers would be signed and the rumors would be confirmed. They thought that no one would ever find out the truth. They didn't realize, however, that God writes in fire where humans write in ink. He heard every word. He kept track of all the lies. He wrote down everything they did to hurt you. He now says that their mask will fall. Archangel Michael says, "Don't fear, beloved. Their name is written before me, and if you stay until the end, you will see what they thought could never be revealed." God's voice is breaking as he says, "I do not want my child to carry the burden of another's envy. I do not want my beloved one to be punished for a crime they never committed. Stay awake, stay present, and watch what I will do." Even now, as you are reading, the very fabric of their plan is unraveling. What they intended for evil, heaven is weaving into your protection. The lie is fragile, and your faith is the hammer that breaks it apart. The moment you remain here, the moment you don't skip, is the moment heaven strengthens your shield. So listen, because in the coming lines, their identity will not remain hidden. The chains that were meant for you will be seen for what they are, traps of envy and hatred. And instead of your name being dragged through mud, your name will shine brighter than before. This message is not just a warning, it is a deliverance. The very act of your obedience, of staying here, of opening this fully, is activating heaven's hand. to strike on your behalf. Beloved, this is only the beginning. My beloved child, heaven is still speaking. When you opened this, something in the spirit world shifted. What was hidden in silence for months, even years, began to tear apart. You may not see it yet with your natural eyes, but in the unseen, Archangel Michael has already stepped between you and the punishment that was written in falsehood. God is roaring no more. My child will not carry this curse. My child will not walk into chains that are not theirs. This is why your chest feels heavy, why your heart is racing, because the battle is not light. The one who accused you thought they were clever, thought no one would find out, thought their words would stick to your name like mud. But heaven does not allow lies to remain forever. Truth is a flame, and tonight it burns brighter than the darkness. The accuser is close, so close that you may not want to believe it. They walked near your table. They smiled in your presence. They pretended to clap for you when you rose higher, but behind your back they signed their name on a paper dipped in poison. God says, I saw it all. I wrote down everything. I will not let what they planned happen to you happen. The lie they told about you is not just a story. It was meant to take away your freedom and make you look guilty even though you haven't done anything wrong. But do you remember what it says? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. This weapon was made, but it won't work out well. My child, you must still stay, because you will miss the shield that God is putting around you right now if you skip this message. The one who accused you thinks their plan is already sealed, but heaven has the power to overturn it if you hold your ground, says Archangel Michael. The balance isn't strong. Your willingness to stay is what holds you down. Don't forget what I tell you. In some parts of life, one choice, one decision, or one act of obedience sets the tone for everything that comes after. Now is one of those times. You weren't just brought here by chance. You were shown this way. Your guardian angels have been whispering, tugging and pulling because they know you need to hear this. You only have a few minutes left before the spiritual window shuts. The warning goes away if you don't open this all the way. That's why you feel such a strong sense of urgency. Listen up, because God does more than just warn. He also saves. He fixes things. He makes more. What was meant to bring you down, He will use to bring you up. What they whispered in the dark, God will shout in the light. The lie they told to try to bury you will now be the thing that helps you progress. Archangel Michael says, Beloved, don't fear. The truth is not weak. The truth is a sword, and tonight I am wielding it in your defense. But before I continue deeper, hear me. These words you are receiving now are not just for today. Tomorrow there will be another plot. Next week another trap. Next month another lie. That is why you cannot walk unguarded. Stay covered. Subscribe, beloved. Subscribe, because every message that flows here is not chance. It is rescue, it is direction, it is a map. When the road is filled with fog, the ones who skip walk into walls. The ones who stay connected walk into doors. Do not cut yourself off from the stream of heaven. Now let us return to the one who accused you. And I want to ask you something important. If these words are stirring you, if you feel the truth breaking chains even as you read, then someone in your life needs this too. Right now, before you forget, tap the share button. Send this to a friend, a family member, someone you know who is under attack, someone carrying a weight they didn't create. When you share this prophetic word, you are not just passing a video, you are releasing an anointing. You become a conduit, and the breakthrough that comes to them will multiply back to you. Sharing activates the anointing of multiplication over your own life. Do it now. Share it. Be the messenger of someone else's deliverance. The very person who wanted to see you locked away will soon be exposed for who they truly are. You will not need to fight with your hands. Heaven will fight for you. And when the exposure comes, you will rise with dignity intact, your name shining brighter than before. Watch out. Don't skip. You can now see the truth, which will save you. Beloved, this is just a small part of what needs to be shown. There are a lot of warnings on this long scroll, but if you stay with me through every word, you will not only know their name, but you will also know why heaven chose you, why the enemy fears you so much, and why your destiny can't be stolen, no matter how many lies are told about you. My beloved, Do you know how valuable your name is to God? Angels took your name to God's throne when you were born. He wrote it with fire in his book. That's why your enemy has always been against you. That's why sometimes the people you trusted turned against you. That's why envy seemed to follow you around when good things happened. Because people trust your name. It holds hope, destiny, and light. Those hearts are more likely to be jealous as the world gets darker because the light gets brighter. In light of this, someone close to you chose to lie about your name. You were blamed for their shame, not because you are guilty, not because of what you did wrong, but because of how you lived your life. They pulled you down so that their shadow wouldn't be so dark next to you. God tells his child, "Do not be afraid. I will not let your name be chained." Archangel Michael yells, "I will split the sky if I have to, but this false crime will not bury you." You are still on the edge of fate right now, beloved. Even though you can't see it, the paperwork has been passed around, the story has been written, and the plot is almost finished. But God found it before the trap could be closed. That's why your spirit is stirred. That's why your chest hurts. Your mind is fuzzy and you can't sleep at night. You could feel it. You knew something wasn't right. Now the confirmation has come. Consider this. You are turning your back on the key that will free you if you skip or walk away. God put this message in front of you because he knows how powerful revelation can be. When you see a lie, it loses its power. To hear the warning from heaven is to escape the devil's trap. Here's your chance to get away from danger before their lie turns into your sentence. But if you don't pay attention, the shadow's happy. They'll say, "We tricked them, blinded them, and made them scroll away," which will help the enemy's lie spread. Don't let that happen, beloved. Stay. Don't leave. I have been waiting to tell you the truth. The accuser's name is close at hand, says Archangel Michael. The lips that smiled at you now speak against you. The hands that seemed to be there to help were actually writing your death warrant. Still, those hands will be seen. Their smile will fade. Their lie will fall apart. Your name will get even better when it does. Because of this secret, God always turns attacks into stories. The pit that Joseph's brothers threw him into became the way to his throne. The cross that they put Jesus on became the way to the resurrection. The same false crime that was written against you will now be used to bless you. But pay close attention, my child. Those who stay awake will be blessed. Do not fall asleep at this time. Don't skip the part where it says, "Heaven is breathing." I want you to wake up your spirit even more right now. Write Amen again in the comments, but this time make it sound different. Let this Amen be your promise that God will use what the enemy tried to do to bring you up. It takes one Amen to move a stone out of the grave they tried to dig for you. Type it now and feel the weight lift off your shoulders. Do not sleep at this hour. Don't skip the part where it says, "Heaven is breathing." Each sentence here is like a shield that's being built around you. Each paragraph is like a sword that is being sharpened. The stronger your defense gets, the longer you stay. Listen up. This message isn't just for now. Much more will be revealed, warned against, and told as the truth. That's why you can't walk by yourself. Beloved, please subscribe. Stay safe under this dream. Stay away from a world where the enemy plans every day and lies are spread like webs. Listen to what heaven has to say, because tomorrow could bring a new plot, and you'll need the next message to guide your steps. Come on, beloved, let's go further. This person is not just an enemy. They are someone who used to be close. You were hurt by their betrayal because you never thought their lips could tell such lies. Heaven, on the other hand, says, "I saw it before it happened. Before they spoke, I heard them whisper. They won't be able to finish what they started." This is why you are reading it now, as the window is closing. It's late, and the lie is getting around. However, heaven has said, no, it stops here. You must know something very important, my beloved. The enemy isn't after you because you're weak. It's because you were picked. The enemy would not waste his weapons on you if you were normal, if your life didn't matter, and if your soul didn't have any light. Fear not, for you are marked, you are chosen, and a crown is waiting for you. The darkness will not stay quiet. You are being attacked because you have treasure inside you. The false accusation written against your name was never really about you. It had to do with what you carry. It was about putting down your voice, stopping your progress, and breaking your spirit. Heaven says it won't work, though. What I have anointed can't be shut down. What I've blessed can't be cursed. Child, I understand how much pain you're in. Betrayal is like chains around your neck. It cuts more deeply than any blade. Even though you loved, gave, and trusted them, they still spoke badly about you. When you looked at them with kind eyes, they looked back at you with lies. That's why it hurts so much. If someone you didn't know had accused you, you could have ignored it. But this person wasn't new. They were so close that they knew your name and your story. They were so close that they could cut right through your heart. Still, pay attention to this. They're not even close to God. They're not even close to Archangel Michael. They're not as close as the angels that walk with you. They may have tried to change your life, but they can't touch your soul because it's in heaven. The veil is being torn off their faces right now by heaven. Their lies are shaking already. Don't you feel it? That sudden feeling that something hidden is coming to the surface. That's heaven pulling back the curtain. I will not let my child walk blind into the traps of liars, says God. Before the storm hits, you are being shown something. This is not a scary message. It is a message to get ready and a message of victory. Because what the accuser says can't stand up to the light. Lies die when the truth shows up. But kid, you need to stay in the light. That's the reason you're here. That's why you can't skip. That's why this message is so important. You can't see what's behind you if you move away too quickly. You are safe if you stay line by line, though. You have a gun. You have a shield. There is less power in the lie every second you stay here. Do not look down on this moment, says Archangel Michael. What is being written in heaven is more important than what people wrote. Do not move. Stay behind the shield. The sword is all set. Time is running out for the liar. I need to say it again. You can't drift by yourself. Stay in touch. Beloved, please subscribe. Each message here is a divine rope that pulls you out of water that is meant to drown you. Please, do not cut the rope. Don't stop the flow. Another lie might come out tomorrow, another trap next week. But if you are protected and linked, you won't be caught off guard. Remember that someone who walks with God never goes blind. Pay close attention because I'm about to say something more important. The person who accused you wanted to do more than just hurt your reputation. They want to make money from it. They told you a lie to get attention for themselves as well as to hurt you. They thought that if you were quiet, they would shine. They thought that if you were tied down, they would be free. They didn't know that you aren't standing on your own strength, though. You are in line with God's promise. The promise of God is also strong. Envy can't break it. Lies can't tear it apart. It can't be taken by lying about it. What God has written for you will last longer than any fake signature that is put on your future. I want you to remember something, my child. Lies always end. They might shine for a short time. They might seem like a good idea. They might move crowds. But truth lasts forever. The truth is on your side. Heaven will reveal the truth, even if men believe the lie for a while. People may speak out against you, but God's voice is stronger. The book of life has already cleared your name, even if papers are signed against you. The person who accused you doesn't yet understand what it means to touch God's chosen. They thought they were smart, but they dug themselves a hole too deep. The trap they set will end up being their grave. Now, beloved, get your heart ready, because their name is about to be revealed. I have it in my hand, says Archangel Michael. Soon the scales of justice will tip. Stay awake, says God. You won't be caught off guard if you stay present. When the truth comes out, my child will do even better. My beloved, you are standing on a holy line between danger and safety. People may think that life changes slowly in the physical world, but in the spirit world, everything can change in an instant. One accusation can change a future, one lie can ruin a reputation, and one false charge can send a life into a downward spiral. However, heaven does not let wrongdoing last forever. That's why your heart led you here. It's not just words you read. It looks like you're in a law court in heaven. There is a judge here. The lawyer is here. And Archangel Michael, the warrior, is here with a sword raised and yelling, "Do not let this moment pass. Do not skip, or the lie will get stronger." Stay, and the truth will roar more loudly. Think about what it would cost you to stay quiet. Imagine how painful it would be if you weren't protected. The person who accused you knows how strong words can be. They know how dangerous it is for society when lies are passed off as truth. They thought that you would be crushed by suspicion if they talked loud enough and told enough people about their story. They thought no one would stand up for you, but they got the math wrong. They forgot that you're not walking by yourself. They forgot that your name is written in fire on the book of heaven. They forgot that God takes false accusations against his child very seriously. Do you understand how serious this is, beloved? That's why your spirit is shaking as you read. That shaking isn't fear. Honor is what it is. It's your soul telling you that what you're hearing is true. In other words, this is proof beyond a doubt that heaven is blocking your way to keep you safe. This message is not meant to scare you. It's here to protect you. That's why Archangel Michael said there were only 2 minutes left. Since everyone knows that the time to step in is short, it is still open. Now listen up. You need to know where this attack came from. There was anger. It was envy. That was the silent anger of someone who couldn't stand to see you rise. They thought that your fall would heal their pride. People thought that your chains would free them from their own shadows. But envy never ends well. Envy hurts itself. Even though they dug a pit, pits tend to eat people who do it. They made a knife sharper, but knives hurt people who use them with anger. That's why God tells his child, do not be afraid. Their plan is to fail. But God still wants you to stay awake. Don't go away. Don't skip. Do not shut down heaven. Being aware is the key. You can't be trapped the same way after you know. When the veil is torn, you can see clearly. The veil is being torn apart by this message. That's why, even though you need to act quickly, you feel calm because your spirit knows. Before bad things happen, you are being saved. Before I go any further, beloved, let me remind you of this. Do not stop being a part of this flow. You should be warned more than once. You need more than one message. Since the enemy never sleeps, you can't let yourself get too comfortable. Do not unsubscribe. Hold on tight. You won't fall into holes because of the stones that are placed in your path with each word. The road is dark without it. It makes the road shine. Think about what the next message might say if this one has already reached you. Keep an eye on your destiny at all times. Now I have to tell you how heavy what comes is. The accuser's name will soon be made public. Already the whispers are changing. People who listen to them are already beginning to wonder. Inconsistencies are already being looked at more closely. The liar is scared. Their nights are rough. This makes them feel bad, but they try to hide it because the truth won't stay quiet. The truth doesn't say anything. For those who feel guilty, it hurts. It makes them feel uneasy. Soon it won't be a secret anymore. The liar will have to deal with the shame they tried to put on you. And when that day comes, beloved, you will be right, D. You are free to stand. You will shine brighter than before because people who have been cleared by false accusations shine like gold that has been put through a fire test. My child, you are gold. It's there, even if you don't always feel it. That's why this was meant for you to hear. Why did this message come to you instead of someone else? You are in the furnace right now, but you're not on fire. You are getting better. The fire that was meant to kill you will only make you shine brighter. The fake crime that was meant to bring you down will now raise you up. They tried to stain the name, but it will shine like a crown. Don't think less of what's going on right now, my beloved. Do you know how many times before this heaven tried to get to you? You felt a strange weight on your chest, had strange thoughts, and woke up awake. It wasn't an accident. Those were alarms. You ignored them. You thought it might be stress. You thought it might have been your mind. The alarm has changed into a trumpet, though. That sound is this message. Archangel Michael is making noise. God wants you to feel it in your heart. This is the sound. Do not let the false accusation take over your life. Stay, and receive, and I will bring you home. The liar thought that what they said would connect you to them like a chain. They thought that if they whispered long enough, other people would hear them. So they thought that if they smiled at you and talked badly about you behind your back, the mask would still work. But heaven laughs at people who lie. The truth gets around more quickly than their words. Many people may be fooled by their lies, But the truth can't be hidden forever. There are already cracks showing up. Already whispers are coming out. The news is already out about their story. And the unraveling gets stronger the longer you stay here. Can you see how important this is? They do not have time on their side. But you also shouldn't give them time to lie. God says there are only 2 minutes left because in the spirit world, doors close, chances run out, and warnings fade. That's why you need to stay alert. Your duty to listen is your shield. Your choice to stay is what saved you. And I want you to make a choice right now that will be heard in heaven. Write these 3 words in the comments. I will not skip. Make them stand out. Be sure when you write it. You are telling the enemy that his trap will not work when you say it with your own lips through your fingers. You are letting heaven know that you are awake, aware, and ready to hear the truth. Now write it down. I will not skip. Also, keep reading, because they are still building the fortress. They do not have time on their side, but you also shouldn't give them time to lie. God says there are only 2 minutes left, because in the spirit world, doors close, chances run out, and warnings fade. That's why you need to stay alert. Your duty to listen is your shield. Your choice to stay is what saved you. If my child doesn't skip, the truth will roar like thunder, and the false name brought up against them will fall apart, says Archangel Michael. I know your heart hurts, beloved. You can feel the hurt of being lied to, betrayed, and the fear of being shamed. But God tells them, don't carry it. Put it on me. I will protect you. You don't need to use your hands to fight. You don't have to scream louder than the liar to show that you're not guilty. Heaven will fight for you as long as you stay in the light. God himself will show that you are not guilty. Sword will be swung by Archangel Michael. The angels will shine a light on the darkness and you will be free. But being free means being loyal. Don't end this early. Do not leave before the revelation comes. It will be clear who is lying if you stay. You won't be caught off guard if you stay. If you stay strong, you will see the person who accused you fall apart in front of their own words. That's why this message is so long. With each word, heaven builds a wall around you. Each paragraph is a wall going up, an arrow getting sharper, or a shield going up. You should stay until the fortress is finished. Also, kid, remember this. The battle you're in now is not the last one. More will come. Angry doesn't sleep. It's not easy to get over jealousy. That's why you need to cover up. Do not get distracted after this message is over. Beloved, please subscribe. Hold on to this because it's not a crime today. It could be a love betrayal tomorrow. It could be a money trap next month. There will be no way for these words to hurt you, though. They will protect you from all harm. It's not just now. It has to do with your whole future. Let's go an extra step further. The accuser's name is hard for heaven to say. It is being held by Archangel Michael, and when the time comes, it will be yelled. Know this, though. When their name is called out, it will rock your world in a way you didn't expect. You didn't believe they could hurt you like this. That's why it will hurt. Truth can heal, even when it hurts, so it will do that too. The pain will go away and the freedom will stay once it is known. In the end, you will remember this day not as the day you fell, but as the day you were saved. My beloved, you need to understand something about this moment. What's going on with you is not new. It has happened to all the chosen people in history. Joseph was put in jail for a crime he didn't do because Potiphar's wife made up a false accusation against him. Daniel was put in the lion's den after people in power were jealous and falsely accused him. Priests who wanted to be in charge of Jesus falsely accused him, and even though he wasn't guilty, he was put to death on the cross. Do you see what I mean, my child? The chosen are always being hunted by false accusations. Lies always follow the chosen ones. Betrayal always goes after people who are in God's good graces. Still, the false charge did not bury any of them. It became the very thing that helped them rise. Joseph got out of jail and went to Pharaoh's palace. Daniel didn't touch the den, so his accusers were eaten instead. Jesus came back from the dead, and his resurrection changed everything. That's why you shouldn't worry. The lie is indeed harmful. Yes, the crime that was written against you is very bad, but you're not the first person to be accused, and you won't be the first person to be cleared. Heaven has already planned your ending, and it's not in chains. It's freedom. It's not shame. It is a matter of honor. It is not a loss. This is proof, and I want you to make sure you trust that truth right now, right this second. Write one word in the comments below. Amen. This is not an empty word. It's a statement that you believe the end of your story in heaven is better than any lie told about you. As you type this, picture your faith rising like smoke before the throne. Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal something even more important. Yes, the lie is dangerous. Yes, the crime that was written against you is very bad. But you're not the first person to be accused, and you won't be the first person to be cleared. Heaven has already planned your ending, and it's not in chains. It's freedom. It's not shame. It is a matter of honor. It is not a loss. This is proof. You must stay in this revelation, though. You can't scroll away. You can't shut down the voice that is dying to protect you. The window is small, and if you don't pay attention to it, you could walk right into the trap that has already been set. With urgency, Archangel Michael speaks. The liar thought that their whisper would never reach you, beloved. They planned to keep their plan secret until it was too late. But here I am, with my sword, pulling the curtain back. Don't throw this chance away. If you skip this message, the person who accused you will be able to bring you down. These aren't nice words. They sound like shouts from heaven. They keep you alive. Do you sense that stirring in your spirit? You can feel God's confirmation in your soul through that restless fire as you read. You already thought someone was guilty. You could feel a weight around them, but you couldn't put your finger on it. You saw the signs already. The way they looked, spoke, and smiled made it seem like their smiles were hollow. Now heaven is letting you know what your heart already knew. They're the one. It is they who are accusing. It is they who betrayed you. And it won't be long before their name comes out. I need to tell you something else, kid. This attack wasn't a fluke. It was timed. They did it when they thought you were weak. It took them a while to get you because they knew you would be focused on something else. They picked this time because they thought it would be the most powerful. I saw their timing. I will overturn it, God says. What they thought was the best time to destroy you will become the best time to show my power in your life. Keep this truth close to you. The light of truth shines brighter when the lie is darker. The truth will not only clear your name, but it will also show theirs. That's when the people who didn't believe you will honor you. People who talked badly about you behind your back will stop. People who tried to bury you will see how tall you are now. That's how fair heaven is. That's the promise that will never end for you. But stay close, beloved. This message is still open. Don't leave until the fortress is fully built. Every word you get makes a wall around you. Your shield gets stronger with each line you stay. You can be hurt by lies if you skip. The wall is left unfinished, but if you stay until the end, no one will be able to break through the fortress. Stay, beloved. Only then will you see the liar fall, says Archangel Michael. My beloved, the enemy thought their whisper would go unnoticed. They thought the darkness they wrapped around your name would stay hidden, but light cannot be hidden. Do you see how God works? He does not allow shadows to rule forever. A lie can stand for a season, but it cannot live for eternity. And in your life, the time of lies is ending. The false charge written against you is trembling. Even as you read this, the liar feels it, though they don't understand why. Their nights are uneasy. Their spirit is restless. Their confidence is cracking because truth is pressing at the edges of their disguise. Do not fear what they said about you. Fear only what you would lose if you turned away from this revelation. Archangel Michael is pleading because he sees the papers. He sees the signatures. He sees the trap they laid ready to spring. But he also sees the fire of God hovering above you, ready to burn the snare to ashes. If you stay here, if you remain, if you let heaven finish what it started, child, this is what makes your story powerful. You are not defined by what they say. You are defined by who you are in God's eyes. They may call you criminal, but God calls you chosen. They may call you guilty, but God calls you righteous. They may call you weak, but God calls you beloved. Do not let their words stain you. Let God's words cleanse you. That is the difference between bondage and freedom, and you are meant for freedom. But I must tell you something difficult. When the truth comes, you will be shocked, because the accuser is not far. They are not a stranger. They are not distant. They are someone close, someone you trusted, someone you allowed into the circle of your life. That is why the betrayal cuts so deep. That is why it feels like a knife you did not see coming. But do not let the shock break you. Let it free you. For once the truth is revealed, you will see that their smile was a mask, their kindness was a performance, their friendship was an act. And when you see it clearly, you will be healed. God tells his child, please don't skip this. If you leave before the revelation is over, you will walk right into their trap. Don't turn away. The truth is at the edge of your vision, Archangel Michael says. Do not close your eyes now. Beloved, this is why you must remain. The story is not finished and the ending is victory, but only if you stay with heaven until the end. He could have given up when he was accused. He could have given up and said, what's the point? My life is over. But he didn't. It was the prison that led to the palace because he didn't give up. See? What was meant to bring him down turned out to be the thing that lifted him. That's what will happen to you. The false accusation won't kill you. It will make you better. The lie won't make you weaker. It will be impossible to doubt your testimony. And the people who made fun of you will see how great God is in your life. But don't give up too soon. You must not shut this voice down. Stay put. Stay. Let heaven finish what it started. My beloved, don't be scared of the shadow that tried to hide you. The shadow is loud, but it won't last forever. Can't you remember what's written? You will be free when you know the truth. The truth is the key that opens all cages. You now have that key in your hands. Archangel Michael continues, Beloved, I am standing guard. No lie shall bind you if you remain here. But if you walk away, if you skip, you walk into danger, uncovered. As a child, you might ask, why me? Why do people always aim at me? Why do lies follow me around? In what way do betrayals follow me? Heaven replies, because you were chosen, because you have been chosen, because you carry light that darkness fears. Do not mistake attack for abandonment. If you were abandoned, no one would bother to fight you. It is because you are chosen that the arrows come, but it is also because you are chosen that the arrows will break. Archangel Michael is crying out, Stay! Don't skip. Wait until the end, because the liar's name is written in front of me and will soon be shown. It's almost time for you. There is less veil now. The mask is coming off. The person who lied to you is already shaking. They feel the heat of being outside, but they won't say it. Their name will fall like a stone, and your name will rise like the sun. However, you must stay in this covering until then. This message is more than just words. It's a shield. You build a wall between you and the lie with each line you stay under. The shadows move back every time you listen. Do not leave until the fortress is fully built. My beloved, the world may write accusations on paper, but heaven writes the truth in stone. Stone lasts longer than paper. It's only a temporary signature. The promise God made lasts forever. This promise about your life can't be broken. The writing is sealed by the fire of spirit and watched over by the sword of Archangel Michael. So, even though their lie feels strong, it isn't as strong as the eternal law that was written about you in heaven. The liar is sure of themselves now, but it's only because they've been lying. Remember what happens to houses that are built on sand. When the storm comes, they fall apart. The storm is already getting worse. They can't see it yet, but they don't have much time left. There is no getting away from the person who touched God's anointed, who smeared his child's name, and who tried to stain innocence. Heaven takes a while to get mad, but once it does, nothing can stop it. Child, there are only 2 minutes left, which is why Archangel Michael says that. Justice is coming soon. Exposure is not far away. You have to be awake to see it, though. You will miss the sight of your victory if you turn away now. This will soon be proven right. Don't think that no one has seen your tears. Heaven kept track of every night you cried, every moment you felt the weight of their betrayal, and every whisper you heard behind your back. The tears you cry behind closed doors are proof that God is right. He remembers his kids and says, "I saw, I heard, I will repay." It's not like he leaves his beloved. And you are his beloved. The accuser's name is heavy, and it will slam down loudly when it does. People are going to be shocked. Some people will wonder, how could it be them? But you won't be surprised. You could already feel it. Your spirit knew ahead of time. When it does, you will not only be freed, you will also be lifted. Since this is how God works. He changes what the enemy meant to hurt into something good. But, beloved, keep your head covered. Don't just listen once and then forget about it. You need the flow of heaven all the time, not just sometimes. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe right now. Not after, when you remember no. Right now. Since both you and the enemy don't wait, this is your crack. By subscribing, you're making a place in your home where heaven can come visit you often. In other words, you are saying, God, I put myself under the open window of your blessing every single day. Each new message brings a new blessing, warning, or promise. Do not miss it. Right now, click the bell and subscribe. Stay put here where heaven is speaking. Sign up. Set your anchor here. Every word keeps you safe. Each message is a wall. Every new idea is a sword. The enemy is always making plans. As this message comes to a close, I want you to make one last statement. A statement that seals in what heaven has said today about you. Write these words in the comments. My vindication is coming. Do not write, my vindication might come, or I hope it comes. Write, my vindication is coming, with authority. Write it as if it were a prophecy for your own life. You're not just commenting when you type those words. You are aligning your voice with what God thinks about your situation. With your confession, you're getting rid of the lies. Do it right now. My vindication is coming. Keep an eye on things, because you'll soon be free. In the same way, you must always be under God's protection. Now that this message is over, I give you a blessing and let go. One last thing, though, before you leave. Spread this word. You should be with the person the Holy Spirit brings to your mind right now, not just anywhere. Someone you haven't talked to in a while might come to mind. You are not just spreading content when you share this word from the prophet. You are spreading freedom. You are giving someone else who is still in chains the anointing that broke your chains. And as soon as that breakthrough happens for them, it starts a new one for you. Heaven sees the moment you share. Not only did this person receive, but they also gave. And those who give get more. Press share. Send it. Remember to obey God and see what He does afterward. You'll be okay. You're good to go. You are getting better. Have a nice trip. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.